Hey everyone, it's Stephanie 1111 Witchy Babe, and I am here with your pick a card reading today, and that is what is next in love. So, what's coming for you next? Any information we can get. If most of you are probably single watching this, though I don't have it geared towards anything specifically, but maybe some information about the person, maybe their looks, like whatever comes, I will go ahead and let you guys know. And you can go ahead and pick one pile, you can pick, or one card, you can pick multiple cards. And the timestamps are below in the description box and also in the pinned comment. So you can go ahead and click that if you're on mobile, so it's easier for you guys. I do want to welcome back all my subscribers. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support, all the comments and the likes. I really, really appreciate you guys. And I want to welcome anybody new. Thank you so much for taking a moment to check this out. And if you do end up liking it here, make sure you do subscribe so you can get notifications of my readings. I do try to post weekly, and I do monthly astrology readings as well with the cards. So if you want to go ahead and head over now, you can check out that playlist for all the signs for September. But this is a timeless reading. I am recording this at the end of August. Whenever you find this reading, it will apply to you. There's no time frame for it. So let's go ahead and we are going to dive on in. So welcome group one. So this is going to be your reading. And remember, this is a general reading. It may not resonate with you, or all the information in it may not resonate with you. So only take the information that you feel is for you. Leave anything else behind, especially if it makes you feel bad. And if you are looking for something more personal that is for your energy particularly, you can book a reading on my website, and that information is in the description box below. So with this reading, we are going to be doing a channeled song, and I do the channeled songs at the end of the readings because I do feel like I channel the energy much better after I've been fully immersed in doing your guys' readings. So I'm going to be posting that link to the channeled song in the description box for each of the selections, so you can go down there and find that song that is linking up with this reading for you. Okay? So let's go ahead and dive on into the cards part. So we're going to start off with tarot, and I have the Seven of Pentacles. So it looks like you guys have been, what I feel like you guys are, what's coming up next for you in love is like some work. This is, to me, this could be potentially working on a relationship, or it could be working on yourself. The seven energy is all about kind of spiritual lessons and spiritual growth and work and all of that. And I just feel like there's something that you're working on. There's something you're developing. And right when I flipped that card over, I did hear manifestation. So there might be something that you're currently manifesting in regarding to your love life. We're going to go ahead and pull some more tarot. And I'll be using another deck for that, just to see if we get any duplicates on that Seven of Pentacles. All right, let's see. Yeah, the Son of Swords. I feel like what's coming next for you, group one, is a lot of it is going to be, honestly, I feel self-work, working on yourself, working on your own development, working on the patterns that you have had in past relationships and learning how to break them. And I'm getting that with that sword. It just seems like it's kind of it's like cutting through, I don't know, this kind of, okay, so this is what I'm getting, and this is going to be very specific, so it might not apply to you, but what I'm getting is that there might be some people that pick this selection that get very like victim mentality and kind of like pessimistic, not necessarily victim mentality, but pessimistic about what they're doing with their love life and how things are going. And even when they're in relationships, they just tend to have a very pessimistic view on things. And that's something that you're kind of realizing that you need to work on, and that nobody really wants to be around, let alone really kind of sharing their life with somebody that is always in that energy. And it's not saying that like, oh, you have to be happy all the time, because I don't think many people want to deal with that either necessarily. But if you are always kind of seeing the worst in what could happen and that type of thing, it gets very draining on the other person. And so I feel like you're coming to terms with that and trying to kind of break through that pattern. And then with the Son of Swords as well, this could be, when I talk about work and working on a relationship, you could be dealing with an air sign. So that could be a Libra, Aquarius, I don't know, I did in that order, but Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. And it could be just somebody that has those heavy placements in their chart. But this could be somebody that's very kind of sharp with their words. They're very direct and they kind of know what they want, but they can be very sharp with their words. And the other thing is sometimes they're direct, but they also can be very manipulative. So if you're dealing with something like that, that can be a little bit shady, it's like you're working on this relationship. You're trying to see if it's something that's worth it. Because that's the other thing with the Seven of Pentacles is it's having to put in a lot of work, but not really knowing if that work is going to return back in your favor and if it will be worth what you went through. So let's go ahead and pull one more card for tarot, and then we're going to dive in to see what else is going on here with the oracles, see if we can get some more details. The Moon. Yeah, this is definitely either working on these traits in your subconscious, which is what kind of the moon stands for, working on these traits and it's illuminating that, bringing it to the surface, having you deal with it and basically get rid of it so you no longer are so pessimistic in regards to either your love life, especially if you're trying to manifest something. If you're single and you're wanting a relationship, you being pessimistic about everything and like how like being single and how that's going to go for you and like saying things about how you're never going to find somebody and all that kind of stuff, like that is really it's like it's like attacking yourself. It's just like it's ruining what you're trying to create. You're attracting exactly what you're talking about. So that's something to be mindful of if you resonate with that. If I understand being frustrated and it's really hard to kind of sometimes not joke or vent in that way, but you really need to focus on not doing that and focusing on speaking about what you're wanting and what you're wanting to bring into your life. And then if this is, again, dealing with another person and that's what you're resonating with, this is just, there's something going on with this individual that is not everything is what it seems. There's things that are hidden and you're trying to figure out like what it is exactly. And I feel like that's what might be coming up for you too, is maybe this hidden energy that you feel is coming up to the surface, or it's being, something's illuminating it. So we're going to go ahead and start using some oracles. I'm going to be using the Archetype deck to see what else. What's next in love for group 1? Okay. So this came out sideways, so I'm going to take it on both its light attribute and dark attribute. So Don Juan in this light attribute spotlights your positive seductive qualities, and the shadow is using your power of romantic attraction for private agendas. So it's going to depend on what energy you're resonating with. So you guys are going to be very attractive. You're going to be attracting a lot of attention. I feel like though I'm not necessarily getting the energy that it's from multiple different people. Like it's like you're going to have all these different options. I get more that you're going to be attracting this attention from either this person, that's Swords energy, or if you are single, you could be attracting a lot of like random people's attention, but it's like you can, I don't know, like it's like you can enjoy that, but you also need to be realizing that like you need to still focus on yourself. But I'm really more of this I'm getting on the spectrum of if you're dealing with an individual that embodies that Son of Swords energy, that you guys are going to be probably in a highly sexual energy. And you're kind of like, you can go one way or the other. Like you can participate in that in a positive way. Or basically how I can see it is like, what's a positive way, right? Like, or what's a negative way? When you're trying to use the sexual energy and attraction in order to gain control over the individual, that is whenever it's falling into its shadow side. So it's just telling you to be mindful of that, to not do that, that it's not going to help you get out of that Seven of Pentacles energy where you're feeling like you're having to work really hard for this relationship to kind of figure it out. It's not going to help illuminate like anything with this individual. In fact, it will just make things more clouded and harder to access with like what's going on with them, or why are they behaving like this, or how do they really feel. You're going to have to remember that if they're embodying the Son of Swords, there's somebody that's a little bit immature with their energy. It's, the Daughter and Sons, or the Page and the Knight is the immature energy of the Court cards. So they're going to be a little bit, sketchy, kind of like they're not going to necessarily take responsibility for all of their actions or let you know the full truth, especially since we have that moon energy sitting there. That's all kind of about secrets. And while secrets come to light, there's still secrets. So basically, that's the sex stuff is not going to help. It's not going to reveal anything. So let's go ahead and we're going to be using the astrology deck now, see what other energy is sitting here, or maybe we can get some specific signs coming out besides, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So this could be another an earth sign that you're dealing with, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, or have heavy in the chart. Oh, look at that. Black Moon, Lilith, mystery. Right next to the moon. Yeah, guys, like this person that you're dealing with or that you're going to be dealing with is something. I'm getting like Scorpio right now. They could be a Scorpio or just kind of have that energy. I just heard Scorpio, Pluto, and that's going to be actually, a lot of, based on my demographics on the videos, that'll be most of you because that's a generational planet. But Scorpio or Pluto, but they also they might have a lot of Black Moon Lilith contacts in their chart, or you guys might have a lot of that in your synastry. So otherwise, this is going to be indicating just further that there's some sort of mystery that's involved, and it's going to be coming to light, but it's like there's a very difficult energy here. It's difficult for me to tap into this energy. Like I'm having to just like dig through this like darkness and trying to figure out what's exactly coming down. And so this also, when we talk about working on yourself and working on your subconscious, I feel like some of you might be having some issues with power struggle and things of that nature, like I was talking about before, like the pessimism coming up. And then the Don Juan, bringing that in its lower energy, that's all Black Moon Lilith. That's that type of power struggle, the sexual power struggle energy. So again, just a reminder that that's not really going to be helpful, but that may be something that's going on in this relationship. This might be like a platonic relationship if this is something that you're connected with somebody else, or you might be heavily platonic. So there's a lot of different things here, but there's definitely this darker energy for this group one. So let's go ahead. We're going to use some more cards here. What else is coming out? Anything about this person for those that are resonating with the person aspect? Change. Okay. Yeah, there's something darker about this person. This person has some dark aspects. So maybe just the way they look is darker. Maybe they have darker hair. I feel like there's something dark about their face and their eyes. There's something just very hidden about them. And they're very intelligent. Look at this. We have the owl. We have the owl again. They're very intelligent. They're very clever, and they're hunters. Okay, let's see. I want to use another card. So how is this, what's going on? What should you be doing in regards to this situation? Devotion. Yeah, I feel like this is, let me get another card. This person's definitely darker. They might be spiritual too. And they might not necessarily be like open to that spirituality yet, but they're definitely like, there's spiritual something about them. And trust. Oh, sorry, not trust, but truth. But you know what? I'm going to take trust too. This is like, and then we have 44 and 30. And then the sevens. This is like whatever connection is coming up for you. And I'm going to lean on officially that this is more of a person that's coming in or a person that you're already dealing with. This is a situation that is very like, it's a test. And and that's not to say that it's not like a soulmate or a soul connection or anything like that, but there's a lot of testing grounds in whatever relationship this is. There's a lot of mystery and darkness and things to be learned and discovered about each other. And it's a test of being able to tell the truth and being able to be honest and authentic with each other, of being able to be intimate, of being able to show that you have mastered this like ability to work through these harder aspects. But again, it's still not, I'm not like gonna say, oh, this is like the love of your life, or whatever like that, but like this is definitely somebody that's very, like they're bringing a lot of change. Remember, change is in this card, though I didn't talk about that wording much. I was just talking about the imagery. They're bringing a lot of change to your life. There, there's like this Scorpio death rebirth energy coming out here. So maybe they don't have those placements, or you don't have those placements, or maybe you do, but it's like the relationship. Maybe your synastry and composite has a lot of that, or just the energy that you two bring. So let's see another card. Chemistry, yeah. Like there's a lot of freaking chemistry here. There's a lot of sexual attraction. There's gonna be a lot, like if you guys end up in a relationship, there's gonna be a lot of good times in that department. So there's that for you guys. Let's see what else. I'm going to take another card, and then I'm going to jump over to some advice for you. Even though to me it seems like it's just enjoy it. Yeah, we have abundance coming out. So I'm going to take that in a couple ways. You guys together could have, like, be bringing in a lot of abundance. You guys could, you know, just the energy that bounces off you two, especially if you're the creative types, could just really end up manifesting these financial opportunities, because your like work life and stuff just explodes because of you have this thing going on. Once it's stabilized, once whatever the negative stuff I was talking about in the beginning comes to the clear, and truth comes out, and you guys get on the same page, there could be this potential abundance coming through to you too. But I also am going to take that as an abundance of chemistry, abundance of attraction to one another. This is like one of those magnetic situations where you're like, I have to know this person, or I have to, like, we have to keep going. We have to figure out what it is between us that is pulling us so closely. And I'm not necessarily getting a toxic vibe from this individual, that it's like one of those things, but I just feel like this is somebody that there's something to be learned. Okay, this is definitely something that is like a karmic soul connection type situation. So let's go ahead and get some advice to see what you guys should be doing and anything like that. We have the Seven of Swords. So I'm going to take this as, don't show all your cards at once. Don't divulge too much about yourself, or about how you're feeling. Now, I feel like you do need to be honest and you need to be truthful, but there's, you know, there's a difference between oversharing what doesn't necessarily need to be come out, or maybe it's the way that's come out. Like, just be mindful of how you are communicating with this person. I feel like because this connection is so strong and there's that much chemistry, what can happen in those situations is it can create a runner situation where somebody or both people are like, this is too much. Like, this person makes me feel way too crazy and I can't deal with it, so I'm going to run. And sometimes that can be fed into when one person is trying to push it along further and not just letting it develop naturally. And so that's what I mean, like, by don't give too much. Like, you don't need to throw everything at this individual. Like, they are incredibly interested. There's nothing that everything can just flow naturally, whatever you're feeling like saying or doing. And it's not like, oh, let me do this to see what happens type thing. Like, we're not wanting to do that. Like, just let things flow naturally. Be mindful of the intensity that you're sending out, because you don't want things to just kind of blow up. And that can happen with this energy that I'm getting here. It's very like, it was very dark for a while, and then it was like, oh, okay, I see what's going on. It's very intense. It's very destructive, and it's very creative, and it's very, I don't know. So there's a lot that could potentially go on here. It's going to be playing out based on you and what you've been doing and the work you've been doing on yourself, because you are going to have to be at a certain level to be able to tolerate this energy, or you might run, or you might push this other person away. Okay, so that's going to be reading for group 1. Again, you can go ahead and scroll down now to the description box and check out your link for your video for the song that was selected for you. And I think that is it, guys. So thank you so much. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Leave a like if you did like the video and it did resonate with you, and then tell me in the comments like what's going on. Have you met this person? Let me know their placements. Let me know your placements if there was anything that was triggered here in the reading to verify that. Okay. So again, thank you so much for supporting me, and I will see you next video. Hello, group 2. This is your reading. So this is what is next in love for you. Now, remember, this is a general reading. I am not going to be able to pick up on everybody's energy that watches the video. So only take the information that resonates with you and leave anything behind that doesn't. Anything that makes you feel bad, just go ahead and leave it behind. And if you would like to book a reading that's just for your personal energy with me, you can do so at my website. All that information is in the description box below. And the other thing about the description box is I am doing channeled songs for this reading, but what I feel works best in order to do that and how I can conserve the most energy is to do it after the reading once I'm submerged in the energy of this reading. So you can go ahead and find that information down at the description box below now if you want, or if you want to wait till after you listen to this and then check out what song it is, you can do that. But that song will be down below for you. And it can be a message just for you. It can be a message regarding love. You know, it's whatever the universe wants to give in regards to a song. So let's go ahead and jump in, group 2. So we have the Queen of Cups. Well, that's a good card to come out. What's coming for you? The Queen of Cups is, you know, kind of the cup of love. She's the Queen of Love. The cups are emotions. So there is either you are representing the Queen of Cups or you are dealing with somebody that represents the Queen of Cups. So this could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, water sign. That either could be you or the other person, or have that in heavy in your chart. Let's see what else here. I feel like I'm going to draw some more tarot is what I feel like. But I feel like it's both. I feel like you guys are embodying the Queen of Cups energy where there's this emotional stability and love and compassion and caring and just all of that good stuff. I just had a card drop, so let me pick it up. Wow. Then we have the Mother of Wands. So this is the Queen of Wands. So then there's that manifesting energy, that power, that sexual energy, that Kundalini energy with the snake there. Like, this is big. So maybe you are meeting up with, you know, again, maybe you're the Queen of Cups, maybe you're the Queen of Wands, whatever. Maybe you're meeting up with somebody with that fire or that water energy. There's, you know, this is a very like exciting, like however this is playing out for you as a person or playing out with who you're meeting. This is very exciting time. So let's see what else is going on here. Let me get another card. So again, the Queen of Cups is a very sexual card. The Queen of Wands is a very sexual card. All of the Wands energy is very sexual. She's very confident and she's very, you know, she's sure of herself. And there's a little bit of mystery to her. So you could be meeting up with somebody that's like that. And it doesn't matter what gender, that's just like the person or the energy that they carry is that very fiery, confident, popular energy. And then we have the Seven of Cups coming out. So I kind of feel like, I keep going back to you. I feel like there is a potential that you're actually embodying both of these energies as well. And it's like you're a huge magnet because there could be some choices coming in, multiple different people coming in with offers. And you're going to have to use your discernment. You're going to have to make sure that you're being careful with who you decide to give this amazing energy to that you're carrying right now, to be able to embody that fire, that raw sexuality, that, you know, drive and all of that, plus being able to be the Queen of Cups and being able to be compassionate and loving and caring and nurturing, like that's really, really attractive. So I feel like for you guys, you definitely have a lot of options coming to you, but you might have this particular option that you already are thinking about while watching this. Maybe you already know them, or maybe you don't. Maybe you're going to meet them and it's going to be this really, like, you're going to be meeting kind of like your match is what I feel. And so you're going to want to be mindful that I feel like once you meet them, you're going to like realize it. But like, if you don't go if you have all these choices, don't go like fall into something just because it like, you don't want to be alone, or you like, okay, well, this sounds okay. Like, oh, let me give this a chance. Like, you're going to know, like, this is going to be like, wow, like this is exciting. Like, I'm like really into this. So like, wait for that is what I'm getting. Okay. And so again, some of you, I definitely get a strong vibe. Probably like splits. Like some of you already know this person and you're like, yes, I was hoping she was going to talk about them. Or you're going to meet them and then you're going to know, like, bam, it's going to hit you. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into the archetype. This is exciting. The last group one was like very like it was very exciting at the end, but the energy was so dark and like guarded. It was like very frustrating for me. But this is like pretty open and exciting, and like it's gonna be a good time for you guys. What's coming up in love? Okay, so now we're gonna jump over to the archetype deck, see if we can find out more about the individual that would be coming in or any other information. Okay, and it's coming out in its full energy. So we have the Messiah, and this is serving humanity with humility. So your person, again, we have that Queen of Cups. You definitely might be finding somebody that embodies some of those qualities: compassion, love. I just heard very protective, very mothering energy. And so that doesn't, if you're dealing with a male, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be like, smothering. That would be like that lower energy, right? But it's just a very nurturing energy, and this person is very like they want to help other people, like they truly do. They're not doing it out of some sort of, they're not doing it in the lower attributes, which is this exaggerated self-belief that they're the only ones that can offer like sanctuary or peace or whatever. Like they're not like that. They're not doing it out of some sort of ego thing. They just actually truly like to help people, and that's so like beautiful to be coming out, because I do feel like they still as well, it's like you embody both of these and they embody both of these, and that's why you're like, oh my gosh, like it's like me but it's not me, and it's like exactly what I wanted. It's exactly that I wanted, that partnership, I wanted that equality. I didn't want to be the one that carried the weight like I maybe have in the past, is what I'm getting. So this person has that true desire to help other people, to help humanity as a whole. They want to do bad, like they want to just be a good person, and everybody has their flaws. Nobody is perfect, but they truly do want to be a good person. And, desiring and working towards that goal is like the huge part of actually being, the type of person you're wanting to be. So this is super positive so far. Let's go ahead and take a look at the astrology deck to see what comes out, if we get any more astrology stuff about this person or you, or even maybe just the energy of this connection or what's coming. 8th house. There we go. We got a little bit of darkness. Well, we already have that with the Queen of Wands, but we have the 8th house, endings and beginnings. So maybe one of you are having to end something in order to enter this relationship. Maybe it just could be endings and beginnings, because it's beginnings. It's a new relationship. There could be some financial stuff between you two. There might be one person that has a lot more financially, and they're kind of taking on some of the other person's burdens, because the 8th house is about shared resources. So I kind of get so because of the attraction is so strong, and because I do feel like this is almost, to you, the viewer, is going to feel like a situation that you've manifested, because this person is embodying a lot of what you've wanted. You could be like, I'm sorry, I just lost my train of thought with that. So I was meant to lose it to find something else. Let's see. What is it? I don't know. There's a lot about transformation. It's almost like, okay, here it was. It was about manifesting. It feels like you knew that you were manifesting this individual into your life, and it transforms you in a way, because it's like it's valid, tangible proof of what you've been doing. Remember, I told you the Queen of Wands is the card for the Queen of Manifestation. The Queen of Cups is the card of the Queen of Intuition. If you're bringing those two things together, then you're able to manifest something into your life and be able to find it when it actually comes. You're able to be there when the package arrives. And it's like you did that, and therefore once you're seeing that you did that, it transforms you as a person. It transforms that other person as well, because maybe they were in the same energy. Maybe they were trying to manifest somebody like you into their life, and it just totally, it transforms everything. So it takes you off of a totally, like you were on one path is what I'm getting, and you get thrown onto another path, different, like totally different. So this is like super hyped energy. The other thing with the 8th house, it is the house of sex. So I do feel like there is a very strong sexual energy here. There's going to be a lot of very good sex in this connection. And it's probably going to be on more of the taboo side, because it does, the fifth house sex is more kind of like the fun. It also is where you have, your like children area and all that kind of stuff. But the eighth house for sex is more of the taboo, the kind of like darker side, things that you might not go discuss with other people. But I mean, it's also, I mean, when I'm talking about this connection, it's going to be all things that are consensual, nothing like anything bad, but it's just definitely different, definitely not vanilla. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what else is coming through. Change came through for group 1 too. So yeah, there's this darker element coming out, and I say that because there is this darkness to this card. Like I was just saying, change. This person totally changes everything, and you change everything about them. It's like you guys meet and your worlds collide, and you're like, holy crap, what is this? It's like something that you've experienced strong connections before, and you might have even had stronger connections, or connections that were just, you thought they were stronger, but this is totally different. This is just totally different, and you didn't even know it existed. And it's not saying that it's stronger or weaker than anything else. Nothing like that. It's just different, and I cannot explain it. It's almost like, okay, here's my explanation for people that eat meat. I guess I'll choose meat, okay? So I'm sorry for people that are vegans, but this is like the best way I can figure out how to describe this. If a new animal were to just appear, right, and we were to eat them, not that I'm supporting that, okay? I don't want to get a bunch of hate in the comments, and just this is the best example I can come up with in my head. It would be like trying to explain what that tasted like to somebody else that did not try it yet. And so you could think about that with some sort of other type of meat, but I was just thinking, like, if something that you've never ever, that did not exist before, and then trying it, how do you explain something like that? Because there's no reference. And that's what I'm talking about, this relationship. It's like there's no reference point to be able to say, it's kind of like this, or it's kind of like that, or it's kind of like that. It's like, no, this is totally different. And it changes your course wherever you are, I keep hearing. Okay, let's see what else. Beauty. I feel like this person is very, very attractive. They also think you're very, very attractive. It's like, it's not even just like, well, okay, one, they're gonna be like very physically attractive to the point where it's like they're somebody that is, society would say is very attractive, is hot, like the average person. And then there's also this like beauty that shines within them. And it's not just a shine though. It's like there's like this darkness that shines. Okay, does that make sense? Like there's this magnetic draw to be like, who is that? And maybe they embody more of the Queen of Wands energy in the partnership, and that's what she's all about. She's that, that woman that's in the bar, that's in the corner, that like everybody's eyeballing because they're like wondering what she's about. So there's like this mystery to them. So they definitely have those qualities, or they see that in you, but I feel like they have those qualities. There's just this darker aspect to them. Okay, and they might be like of darker skin, like no matter what race they are, or whatever ethnicity they are, they might be on the darker aspect of it. They might be tan if they are white. So let's see. Let's use our... We didn't get one of these yet, right? Oh, no, we did. So we're going to be jumping over to another oracle. Reconsider. Yeah, I feel like the reconsider, we're going to get in competitive or repetitive here, but the reconsider is just about these options that come through. I feel like this person might not come through right away, or maybe you're dealing with other people. Maybe you're already like, you're talking to multiple people and you already know, you're like, oh, I kind of think this is about that person. Holy crap. And then we just had soulmate come out. Okay. So do not waste time on somebody else that you're dealing with, especially what I'm getting is especially if you're dealing with somebody that you've already dealt with in the past. This is not about them. This is not about them. Don't try to make it about them. Don't twist it. If you get mad at me right now, then click out and go to another selection, okay? Or pick a different video. But like, this is not about them. This is somebody new that you didn't even know this could exist, okay? And this person is a soulmate. This person is from your past. And they came back. They came back into your life from another life, but not from this one, okay? And so if you are dealing with multiple people, especially somebody you've already been dealing with, you've had back and forth with, you need to reconsider doing that and really putting some commitment and time into this connection, because I feel like it's going to be kind of with that 7 of Cups, that there's a little bit of like difficulty with that decision making. And to me, I couldn't really put it together. Like, why would you have a difficult time? Like, this is something absolutely like mind blowing in a way. Like, it's how I feel it's going to make you feel. So why would you have a difficult time deciding if you're going to commit to it? And I do feel like it's because of these options, and that you maybe have something that you're already dealing with, that you had a lot of back and forth with, have a lot of history with, and you're like hoping one day it works. Well, I'm here to tell you that I don't know if it's going to work for you, that thing, but you definitely need to go into this. Okay. So, let's see. I don't even feel like, nope, here's your advice card. I was not going to pull it, but I just looked at the bottom of the deck. The Emperor, go after this, claim this. You manifested this. This is what you wanted. You thought you maybe wanted that other person, and maybe later on in life that is something that might come to be. But you told the universe that you wanted somebody that would match your vibration. You told the universe that you wanted somebody that was empathetic, but they were also exciting, that somebody that would be able to, keep you interested on an intellectual level, and then also keep you interested in a sexual level and an emotional level, and be able to meet all those needs. And that's what I feel is coming in for you. And so, yes, it's somebody new. It's not what you thought. It's not what you had planned out. Maybe it's a surprise, but you're being told to like ground it, to take it, to accept it, and to grow with this person. And so, as if you've seen my readings before, I never like to say this is the end all to be all. This is your forever after, but this is something that's definitely very, very, very positive for both of you. And it's going to be incredibly enjoyable. So congratulations for that, group 3. You guys can now go again, check out the description box to get the song that's connected to this. I'm going to go channel it as I jump off of this reading right now. But it's already down there for you guys. And let me know what you think in the comments below. Leave a like if you did like this, if this resonated with you, and let me know if you already know this person, or what you think is going to be happening, or are you already connected with somebody and you're like like, damn, I want it to be them, but you're excited about what's going to be happening. So just let me know what's going on in the comments below. And if you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe before you leave. Thank you guys. I will see you next reading. Hey group 3, welcome. So this is your reading, and if you want to go ahead and check out the description box below, I am going to list the channeled song. I do the channeled song at the end of the reading, so I am not going to go over it during it because I'm going to do it after I finish recording this. It's just easier on my energy level when I do it that way. So that's what I'm going to do. So if you want to take a look at that now before you start the reading, then go ahead and do that. Otherwise, you can check that out at the end of the reading below. But let's go ahead and jump on in. So let's see what's coming for you next in love, group 3. Uh-oh. The 7 of Swords. Oh, I hate the 7 of Swords, guys. I'm sorry. I hate this card, especially when it has anything to do with love, because you know what it is? It's mind games, it's playing, it's fuckery. So if you don't want to hear about this, then just go ahead and click out. Maybe click on another pile that you're drawn to. But if you're ready for it, let's jump on into this reading. So here is your warning. Please do not get upset with me when I'm giving you a warning right now that this might not be good. Because again, I draw live, so I have no idea what's going to come out in the rest of these cards. But I'm already kind of getting in that, like, all right, there's some mind games, there's some playing, there's secrets, there's things that are hidden. So let's dig into the tarot part and see what is going on. We have Justice. Well, if there's Seven of Swords and Justice is coming out next, that means that that sword is breaking through all the rest of that crap and gonna get some answers. So that's positive. If you've been dealing with somebody that's very deceptive and things were hidden and you don't know what's going on and you're confused, then I feel like something is coming to the surface and you're going to understand how and why things are playing out the way they are, and then be able to make a decision going there. I feel like some of you are going to be pulling back your power from this individual, and no longer allowing them to play the mind games with you and the manipulation with you. And so you're measuring, the scales are being measured out. You're no longer feeding kind of their narcissism is what I hear. So let's see what else is coming out with the tarot. The High Priestess. Yeah, this is something that is really it's really intuitively driven. You're going to be getting hints and tips from your higher self, from the universe, on how to deal with it. And that's how this justice comes to be. I almost feel like you get the aha moment of something, or maybe this person says or does just the right thing, but would be the wrong thing for them to kind of expose them and what they're doing, and you're able to put pieces together. Maybe it's something I just heard for some, you'll just be on the internet or something, and you'll just scroll into information that you were looking for. So you just, definitely, and you already know. That's what the thing with the High Priestess, whenever she comes out with that message of, you already know whatever it is I'm talking about. Whatever it is that you kind of suspect, while it might not be the exact thing or the exact detail, that energy of whatever you're suspicious of is likely having to have some part of whatever this Seven of Swords energy is. And for some of you, depending on your growth and depending on, how your intuition is and how you are able to discern your intuition from fears and traumas, you might be spot on with what's going on here. So let's go ahead and we're going to take a look at the archetype deck to take a look at this person. And if you don't know this person, this could be somebody that's coming into your life. They're going to be very deceptive, very sneaky, and you're not going to know where you stand with them. They're going to hide information. And so this is something to be very aware of. Maybe you don't want to go down this road. You don't have to. Remember, the future is fluid. Me coming here, part of the reason is so I can give some of you guys warnings on how to and what you can manipulate in these situations that are going to be coming to you. That Seven of Swords energy is something that you don't have to deal with. It's not divinely placed. Now, the rest of this is, when we have these majors, we have Justice, we have the High Priestess. If you can automatically see these red flags coming at you and be no thank you, not going to waste my time with it, you can definitely just get out of the situation from the get-go. And that's going to be that Justice in play. That's going to be that High Priestess, right? That's where I'm showing you how the future is fluid and you have control over some of these situations. But if not, if you go into it, that's letting you know that you're going to be dealing with the harder aspects of that. You're going to have to go through that process of trying to figure out what the heck is going on with this person and get your feelings involved and get hurt and then have to take your power back and all that. And maybe you already, unfortunately, have been dealing with this person a while, and it's just things that are coming up to the surface now and getting some truths. So let's take a look at this person with this archetype deck. Pioneer. So it is coming out in its light attribute. So this is passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. This person is very motivated in their work. I feel like they're either in a creative field, maybe they're in a tech field. They create whatever it is. They are a creator in the field. They make things that haven't been done. And they likely are in some sort of leadership role in their work. So they're very dedicated to their work. They're very intelligent is what I'm getting. Very, very intelligent. I'm getting a lot about being something about tech potentially, but they are very motivated, very driven. That's probably something that attracts you to them, because they have that energy. But you know what? This person is not necessarily, they're not motivated with telling the truth. That's for sure. So I know it's very attractive, especially if you have some certain things in your natal chart that suggest that you have a strong attraction to people of power, or people that are innovators, or people that work very hard. You can have some very strong attractions to those type of people, but that doesn't mean it's going to play out in how they're going to treat you emotionally, or how they're going to treat you mentally, how they'll treat you. So let's go ahead. Sorry guys, I don't know if you can see my cards in the wind because I have the fans on here, but they're starting to blow a little bit. I'm gonna have to fix that. All right, so I went ahead and used the astrology deck, and I have Mars coming out. I feel like this person is definitely they're very masculine. So regardless if they're male or female or non-binary, whatever, they identify as they have a lot of Martian energy, a lot of masculine energy, and a lot of force and drive, and they want what they want, and they go after what they want. So they want, if you're dealing with them, they want you, but it's like, in what kind of way do they want to? They want to play games with you. And if they want to play games, they're going to play games. But I think that's what ends up screwing them over, is that, and how you are able to see the truth and things and coming to light because of that. This person could be an Aries. They could be or have heavy Aries in their chart, but they have a lot of Mars energy, so they could have they could have a hard time with their temper. They could get into a lot of fights or a lot of arguments. They could be really selfish. That's the thing. Like, Mars goes and gets what they want. Like, they force what they want to happen, and so I feel like person is probably doing it in a more of a negative way, and so that's where those mental mind games come from, the playing. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to check in with some more oracles here. Sorry, guys, that this person just doesn't seem to be. I don't like this energy. Enchantment. There's something you get very drawn into this individual, but it's an illusion. It's almost like a siren where it's really there to drag you to your death. This person is just, I don't like the energy, guys. I cannot spin it. I can't say, oh, well, the other two readings were very positive. This is just, the energy is just, it killed the energy of that last reading, which was amazing. This person sucked it out because they have these really good, what I'm hearing is like, some people like that do really well in their job, especially certain types of jobs like police officers, surgeons, those type of things. They have these certain traits that require them to really emotionally detach and not, I don't know. I'm not diagnosing anybody with anything. I'm just going to put that out there right now. But when I'm talking about what I'm talking about is the top 10, jobs for psychopaths. Every time you look at that, you'll see surgeons, you'll see police officers, you'll see people that are in high stress situations that have to turn emotions off for their own safety. But the problem is that sometimes that's how they are. Like, that's why they're good at it, because that's how they are naturally. And so I'm not telling you that that's what this person is, that they're a psychopath. But I'm saying is they kind of have some of those traits. And remember, people with some of those fall into that category, they are able to mirror the energy of those that are, able to feel compassion and are able to get on an emotional level with an individual and aren't narcissistic. They're able to really mirror that energy and pretend to be like that, or pretend to be like what the person wants. That type of energy is very closely linked to people that are highly empathetic at some points, but it's just different because it's not, there's that, it's like a break in the line, right? So you just have to realize that there's things are not what you see with this person. They're not. They're showing you what they want you to see, so then they can get their hands on you and do whatever it is that they enjoy doing once they have their hands on somebody. And so a lot of that times with that Seven of Swords will be just draining the person emotionally and just toying with them and leading them on and that type of stuff. So, and then that's all just to feed their ego. Yeah, Persephone is out here. We have inexperience. Like, it's this person's childish. They have a lot of power and they just don't use it. And again, remember I said they might be Aries. Aries is the beginning energy of the zodiac. It's the baby of the zodiac. They don't know how to use these gifts that they have in a positive way yet, and they're using them for self fulfillment. So reconsider is coming out. Yeah, reconsider dealing with this person. Reconsider just cutting this off. If you haven't met them and you meet them and you already like, oh damn, that's that reading that I listened to that one time. But I really like this person. Like, reconsider, because it's not worth it in the end. It really isn't. It's not going to be anything for you in the end. This person could just ghost you, you know, if you get too demanding. But they don't care. They're only there as until you stop giving them what they want. And then we have playfulness coming out. So yeah, they want to play, but their version of play is kind of toxic. Okay. So let's go ahead and get some advice for you. What can you guys do with this besides just seeing it as it is? And if you're already involved with this person, is there anything you can do to kind of help if your feelings are already there? What is the advice? Walk away. You got to leave them. You got to get away from the situation. You got to walk away if you know them. If you meet them, walk away. Just walk away. Just listen to me, okay? Don't get mad. Don't downvote because you don't like what you heard. Listen to me on this seriously. You don't need to go through this. This is not it's a test, but it's not like, all right, we're placing this into your life, this relationship, so you get all messed up and you have to, you know, crawl all the way out and land in something better. That's not this. This is a test to see if you're dumb. Okay? So just don't be dumb. Walk away from, let this person do what they're going to do. Know that there really isn't more to them than what you think. You know, that you don't build them up to be something that they're not. They're just, this lifetime for them is just about them. Okay? That's how they are. Okay? And they're not going to be changing anytime soon. So, if you want to now, go ahead and take a look at the description box to get your song. Go ahead and do that. And if you are new, make sure you just subscribe if you do like the video. If you guys liked it, please leave a like. That does help support the page, the channel. And I think that's it, guys. So I will see you next reading. Thank you again for all the support, and I hope you guys have a great day. Hello, group 4, and welcome. So this is your pick a card for Next in Love. So we're going to be starting off with the tarot, and then we're going to be diving into some oracles for further information, and we're just going to see what comes along. I don't have any specific questions picked out yet. We're just see what we're looking at when we get there, because I do draw live, so I have no idea what's going to happen. If you want to go ahead and check out the description box below, after the reading, I went ahead, and I haven't done it yet because I'm doing it now, but I channeled a song for you guys. And so if you want to listen to the song beforehand and then be able to use that throughout the reading to assist you, you can check that out now. Or if you want to wait till after the reading, you can do that as well. Just go down to the description box below and look for group 4, and then the link for your song will be there. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and jump in. Oh, again, before I start, I always like to warn everybody, this is a general energy reading. Please only take the information that resonates with you, and don't take any information that makes you feel bad or, you know is not right for you. Don't try to make anything fit that you know doesn't need to fit. And if you would like something that's more personal, that's about, you know, your energy and tapping into that, then go ahead and take a look at the description box so you can book a personal reading with me. Let's get started, group 4, with your tarot card here. Oh, we have the 6 of Cups. That's beautiful already. I'm so glad this is a nice card. The last reading was rough. We had a very rough reading last time, so it's nice to have something positive. So the 6 of Cups. This is like the card of soulmates. This is the card of people from your past. So you definitely could have somebody from your past coming up. You could have somebody from a past life, so a soulmate coming back. You could be dealing with somebody already that you feel is a soulmate. So there's a lot of different options here I see coming out, a lot of different situations, but whatever it is, it's very positive so far. So let's go ahead and we're going to use some more tarot to see what else is going on here. Father of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like whoever is coming into your life or is already in your life is either an earth sign, so they could be a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, or there's somebody that's incredibly grounding to you. They're a very positive influence in your life. They might be somebody that's very financially they have their finances under control. They actually might even be wealthy as well, because the Father of Pentacles is the King of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles is the Midas touch man. So sometimes he's the sugar daddy card. He has an excess of funds. He's somebody that really has gotten his financial education and knows what he's doing when it comes to that. But it also can be somebody that's just an incredibly hard worker working towards that goal. Maybe they're not in it yet. Maybe they're working towards that, but they definitely have this grounding energy regardless. They make you feel secure. They make you feel safe. They're a home feeling. They're a soulmate feeling. So, and again, this can be either, it doesn't matter the gender. I'm just saying he because it is a king card. So it could be a male, female, non-binary, however you identify or the other person identifies. So it's just going to be that energy. Let's go ahead and take a look what else is coming out here for this connection, for this person, what's coming up for you guys. All right, the Four of Swords. So I feel like however this comes to be, if this is somebody coming back from your past, if this is somebody that you meet, the energy of you guys coming together in a connection and a relationship, there's like a pause to it. It's slower. Like this right now, just how I feel is just very relaxed. There's no, big swinging emotions. There's no, like fighting or anything like that. There's just this very relaxed, calm energy. This person I feel might have a very calming effect on you. Maybe they're just that type of person where they're able to say the right thing that just like changes your perspective and calms you down whenever you're all hyped up. I feel like I'm also hearing like this person kind of feels like home to you. Like there's just like when you talk to them, it's like everything's all right with the world. Everything feels good. There's a very feel good feeling for you guys. And I feel like there's a lot of security and safety that this person brings to you. So this is very positive. It's very relaxed. It's like, it's that peace. I feel like some of you have been seeking and wanting this peace and you've been waiting for it and it's finally coming to you. I feel like this is a new connection in this lifetime for a lot of you, but it's going to be a connection that you have had in previous lifetimes because this person, again, is coming back, but they're coming back from a past life. And for some of you, you already know what I'm talking about. This person is like, you've always thought this was your soulmate. You've always had this, like, this is my home. This is, this is where I belong. This is like what's right. And so that's definitely, just reiterating that for you here. So let's go ahead. We're going to jump over to the archetype deck now to take a look further at this person. See what they're coming up as. All right. I'm going to take this card right here. And it came up and it's upright. So we have student. So they might literally be a student. But this is humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifetime learning. So again, they might be a student. You might be a student as well. They might work at a school. They could be a professor. They could work with education somehow. They could be an aide or assistant or anything like that. I just heard bookstore, so they might work at a bookstore. They could be like a librarian, or they could just be somebody that's involved in something that requires them to continue their education constantly because they are like a resource for somebody else. And they just could be somebody that is very into learning. They always want to learn. They're the forever student. They want to keep learning. They love to read. They love to like watch documentaries. When they have their free time, they enjoy learning about something. They don't like just want to, they're not somebody that sits there and watch it like reality TV. Like seriously, this is not that person. They're going to want to go to museums and learn. They're going to want to watch documentaries on TV. They're going to want to listen to podcasts. They're going to want to share articles with you. They're going to want to like, that's what they love. They love that. They love books and I just heard they love the smell of books and they love being surrounded by books. It's very comforting. Like a library to them is amazing. Maybe I heard they have like a desire for an in-home library. They love that it's very securing for them. And again, we have more stability. We have this tree, the stability coming through. And you know what? Okay, so that's like a kid on that. And then we have the two kids here. I think they may, maybe this is a prediction for children for you. This person might want kids with you. They might already have kids. They might, I feel like they definitely, if they don't have kids, they do want kids in the future, but they definitely might want them with you, or they could see you as somebody being a good partnership for that. But there's not somebody that's going to be jumping into any of this because again, they're the King of Pentacles. They take their time because they want to make sure their investment is worth it. And once they make their investment, that's, it's a wrap. You're with them. You're theirs. So, it's a ride or die situation. So this is very beautiful. It's a slow moving energy. It's integrating with each other. It's learning about each other. And, it's learning, student learning about each other. So let's go ahead. But there's no like huge fireworks or there's no like, I need to know, there's none of that, like just that raw, like draw. And then sometimes that's not what you want. Sometimes that's not what you need at all. Like sometimes you need this stability and that's what you've been seeking. It all depends on who you are and where you're at on your path right now and what you're needing in a partnership. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and we're using, this is a perfect card for this person, I feel as well. But we're using the astrology deck and I got Gemini. So some of you are like, oh, Geminis. Okay, so before you start in with your Gemini hate, please remember that there's more things than just a sun sign. There's a whole natal chart, and you might have Gemini in your chart. You might be part Gemini and hating on it and don't even know. Gemini energy, yes, it can be two-faced. Yes, it can, have all those negative qualities. Some Geminis are cheaters. Yes, but there's a lot of different placements you can have, and a lot of people have Gemini in them, and a lot of people that you like probably have Gemini in them. So this person might have a Gemini, might be a Gemini. They might have Gemini in their chart, particularly a Gemini moon or Gemini Mercury with that student energy, because Gemini is the forever student. Geminis love learning, discovering, all of that energy. That's like what they're all about. Again, this is not going to be for every Gemini sun. So you people that don't really know that much about like astrology and you're like a just beginner with that, you just kind of know maybe sun signs and that kind of thing. This is not about every, you might know some dumb Geminis that hate school and that kind of stuff. Not about every Gemini sun, but this is about Gemini placements and how that energy, that archetype comes through. It is learning. And so this is somebody that I feel embodies very positive energy of Gemini. They're very quick-witted. They're very like, they process things very like just they use their intellect in order to process things, and that includes their emotions. So that's going to be the negative, and that's why I said potentially a Gemini moon, because your moon sign is your emotions, and like this person I feel really intellectualizes their emotions. They're like, okay, so I feel this way, so let me try to figure out what this actually means, like how does this link up to blah blah blah, this in my life, or this thing that happened, or how does this link, or what's the psychology say about this? Like that's the way, because I'm a Gemini moon, so like I know this, like that's the way you can kind of sometimes try to deal with your emotions in some sort of intellectual, or trying to like, okay, let me track this and this and this to try to see where this is lining up and how I'm feeling the same times. And that can be very beneficial, and it's actually very supported in various ways, and like various therapies to try to see if there's like things that will run in line. But when you're always trying to like intellectualize and create data for your emotions, it's not helping you deal with them, and you're not really sitting in them. You're like talking about them, or you're trying to analyze them. So that's a negative side with that. I'm not gonna say it's not the only negative, but that's one of the negatives with that. And so that might be what this person is. You might see that they might be somebody that's actually very vocal with how they feel, or like they might talk to you about how they feel, but it almost seems like they're just talking about it and they're not actually feeling it. But remember that this person, that's how they deal with their emotions. That's how they process them, to understand them, to be able to feel them. And if you are like, oh my God, yeah, I'm dealing with a Gemini moon, I will tell you, as a Gemini moon, we still feel the feelings. While I have some other placements that help with that, I'm sure, they feel the feelings, but it comes to us in a big giant mess of like, what is this? Like, it's like the universe is like, here's all this shit for you to process and deal with. And you're like, oh my God, I don't know what this is. So let me try to jump into my normal student energy, where I start to break things down and try to analyze and understand and learn. Okay, so that's just something for you to take on. But I do feel like you guys are going to have a very playful energy about you guys. It's very light and calming. So that's very positive. All right, let's go on. See what else comes through with messages from the oracles. Gratitude. I feel like this person is a very grateful individual. I feel like with that gratitude, I'm almost getting that they came from a background of poverty, and they're very grateful for everything they have, especially if they are financially well off. They have really worked hard, and they're like grateful for that and the opportunities, but they're just like, they're very grateful. Like they just don't feel like they did it all themselves. Like I feel like they believe in like divine help, or they're grateful for the people in their lives that help them. They're not one of those people like, well, I'm self-made and I did this all by myself and blah, blah, blah. And like, it's like they won't recognize anybody that's helped them on their way. That's not them at all. Like they're so grateful and they believe in gratitude. And I feel like that also is extended to you. They're grateful for you in their life. They're grateful to be back with you. There's that, and they might not, they might recognize it actually, but they might not. They just might feel like this, I'm so happy to have this person. It's that I'm so happy to finally be around you again. I'm so, it's been a lifetime. We've been aparted for this amount of time. It's that soul crave, that gratitude of being connected once again with your person that you were with in another lifetime. So let's see, we're gonna look water. Yeah, there's a definite, they might have heavy water in their chart as well. This is so weird. This looks like it's about me. Damn. So they might have some water in their chart. They also might be just very emotional. This connection could just be very, very, very emotional. It's very emotionally driven. It's very healing. That's the thing with water. It's just very healing. So I feel like there's a lot of healing properties here. Let's go ahead and finish off these oracles, and then we're going to check in with the advice. So we have a year from now. So with the timing cards, I'm going to take this as if you meet this individual, I'm not taking this as you meet this individual a year from now. I feel like this is what, because this reading is about what's coming next for you in love. And I mean it in a way that's fairly soon. Now, maybe you might meet this person a year from now. I'm actually getting that message that some of you, unfortunately, this is going to take about a year to come in. That's a very, 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 very small, like 1%. Very small. The majority of you, this is about, you meet this person fairly soon, or you already know this person when you see this reading, but there's something that, like, there's a blockage. Maybe you guys are not in the same area, or because there's like the world there, and then like they're, I know that imagery is supposed to be something else, but like the world is there and it's like they're separated. So maybe you guys are like maybe literally on opposite sides of the world, opposite sides of the country, or there's just a travel blockage. Maybe one of you is working and traveling, I heard. But there's something throughout this like next year where there's an issue with being able to be like together. There's no issue with the connection at all, but there's an issue with being physically together on a day-to-day basis, and that's going to be resolved in a year from now. Okay, so that's what I'm getting there. And now let's check out the romance angel oracles. Worth waiting for. That's so funny. That literally, I picked up the deck, I went to shuffle, and that card just came out. And I was like, all right, well, I'll take that one. I didn't even actually hit the deck together to start the shuffle process. It just flew out. So coming out right after telling you it's going to take a year. So if you have to wait for this person to come in for a year, it's worth it. I'm sorry to tell you that, because I mean, if this were me hearing it, I'd be like, oh my God, I do not want to wait a year, right? Like, if you're not a patient person, but if you, it's worth it. Okay. And if you already know this person, or you do meet this person soon after this reading, which is going to be the majority of you, not being able to be together daily is going to suck, and it sucks for everybody, but this long distance is going to be worth it in the end to be able to come together. It's worth the wait. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at any advice. I feel like you guys got pretty much gotten all the advice, and it might just be repetitive. So we'll just see. So I'm actually going to be taking this as the reverse. And I don't normally read it, but I heard reverse whenever it came out reversed. So this is the 7 of Swords. And this actually came out as advice for another reading, but I told them, I read it a different way that I'm reading it right now. This is telling you to not be sneaky. Don't play games. Like, just be honest, be real, what I'm hearing is you want to be, I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out. You want to be reasonable with expectations, especially if there's a distance barrier, there's a job thing, there's traveling, there's school, whatever it is, where you don't get to be in contact, physical contact every day. You got to be reasonable with how things are going to go over that course, and how it's not going to be exactly what you want. And being kind of reasonable with one another, but you want to also not be like, you don't want to like hold your cards back too much with this situation. Because you know what, like this person already like knows you. Again, their soul already knows you, your soul knows them, and it's like you don't need to do that with them. It's just about putting in, it's just about the weight, really. That's the only thing here that's negative, is the weight. And so if that makes you feel some kind of way, like knowing, like it's like you're gonna go into this knowing that, okay, like I really want this, but I'm gonna have to wait. Like we're not gonna be able to be together. It's gonna be like it's worth that. So just don't try to then play games or whatever. It's like I feel like some people might try to play games to get the wait to end faster, or might try to do some manipulation or things like that, or might even try to self-sabotage. That's the thing with the Seven of Swords, is it's a self-sabotaging energy. So like don't self-sabotage here just because you're so scared of this or whatever it is, or because you don't feel like you're able to do it at some point. If you feel like, okay, I can't wait around a year for somebody, I can't do this, then go ahead and let them know. That's what this is telling you. This is, this person's a good person. This person deserves you to be honest to them. But I feel like most of you are just being told, like, don't self-sabotage just because it's difficult, because it's worth it. Okay? So anything that is worth it is difficult. All right, guys. So that is your reading. And if you would like to now go down to the description box below and check out that song and link it in with all of this, go ahead and do that. And if you liked this video, if it resonates, please leave a like and a comment. That does help the channel. Let me know what's going on. Let me know if you know this person. Let me know your signs, their signs, if the personality traits I discussed matched up. I really, really appreciate that feedback. And I love hearing from you guys. And if you are new to the channel and you like this video, please be sure to subscribe. Check out the other videos I have. I have quite a few other pick-a-cards, and I also have monthly readings. So more than likely, whenever you're viewing this, you can check out the month that's either you're in or is upcoming for your signs. So yeah, that is going to be it. I hope you guys have a great day whenever this finds you. Hello, Group 5. Thank you so much for checking this out. So we're going to go ahead and check in with what is next in love for you guys. All right. So the way this reading is going to work is I did do a channeled song, but I channeled the song at the end of me recording this segment. So if you want now, you can look at the description box below, and there is a link for the song for you for this reading. If you want to listen to that first or read the lyrics first prior to the reading and incorporate it in, then you can do that. Or if you want to wait till the end of the reading, you can check it out then. So let's go ahead and jump in. But before I do, remember, this is a general energy reading. I cannot pick up on all the energy of those that will be viewing. So if you would like something that's more personal, you can head over to my website, and all that information is in the description box of how to book with me and all that good stuff for personal. So let's jump in, Group 5. What is coming to you next in love? Oh, wow. The Magician. Okay. That's always like I never know, like when that card comes down, the energy just kind of not flatlines, but like goes clear, where it's like, okay, what's going to happen? Like, you don't know. Is this going to be positive? Is this going to be negative? Like, where is it going? So already I feel like there's magic coming. That's as basic as I'm going to go right now. So I want to get some more cards before I keep talking. So let's use some more tarot. You've manifested something. That's what I'm hearing. 8 of Pentacles. You manifested something. You were working on something really hard. You were perfecting it, and you manifested it. So you have something coming in for you relationship wise, where you're bringing in what you're wanting. Let's see what else. Father of Swords. Okay, good. So now we're getting kind of who this is. Who is this person? So the Father of Swords, this might be an air sign, or they might have heavy air in their chart. So that's going to be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. They might be something that's very, they're very intelligent. They're very intelligent. They're very intelligent. They're very well spoken. They're very well written. They are very mature. They might be older than you, but they might just be a very mature individual. They have their shit together. Like, they got it together. They are somebody that really values intellect. They really value having intellectual conversations and being able to share and express ideas. They value being able to kind of keep emotions in check, and not letting emotions run the show. They value integrating their emotions in with their decision making, but really they do rely on logic. So there is that with them. There is some, the more negative aspects. Sometimes they can be harsh, and they really aren't taking into consideration what other people are feelings, or how it's might hurt other people. So that's something, it depends on how they really carry this energy out. But I'm getting a very positive thing with this person, because you were trying to manifest them. You were looking for somebody that was, mature, that was stable, but was would able to keep up with you on an intellectual level. Like, you wanted somebody that you had that mental interaction with, and be able to share ideas and things of that nature. So we're going to check in with the archetype and see what archetype is coming out for this individual. Okay, so with this deck, it does come out. I do read them on reverse, because we'll read the shadow aspects, but this is the Alchemist, which is the Magician. And we have its light attributes as transformation of base motives into goals. Sorry. You guys can read me reading this wrong. Transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom, but it's coming out in its more reverse shadow aspects, which misuse of power and knowledge that come through spiritual practice. So this person could have some tendencies. They could be a spiritual person, of course, with that Magician. They definitely might be into alchemy. They might be into studying various philosophies that collide with that kind of belief. They might be into, I just heard like studying the Kabbalah, things of that nature. Maybe less tarot, less astrology, but other aspects of spirituality and spiritual development. But they might use those in a negative way, because they, again, remember, they are the Father of Swords. And so the thing with the Father of Swords is they think about, like, intellectually what would be the best option. And so sometimes the way you can use your own magic, your own magician energy, your alchemy, is in very negative ways, and misusing that power to get things that, just focusing on yourself, not giving back enough to the collective, which is kind of what I would see here with this individual. We have Pentacles sitting there, so they definitely could have some earth, and with the earth in the air, that can create somebody that can be kind of a little bit selfish. Even if they are an Aquarius, and Aquarius is all about the collective, it still can have that very like, well, I'm good, I want to support the collective, but I need to make sure I'm good first, okay? Like, and there's nothing really wrong with that, but if you can easily misuse your energy that you're able to tap into in a negative way as a more self-serving if you don't watch it, okay? So that's gonna be this person. I don't like this. Again, it's not like a negative thing. I believe that a lot, I think if you're a reader, you've probably had the Magician come out reverse for you, or showing those shadow aspects of the Magician whenever you maybe have been like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to figure out how this person feels about me, like over and over and over. And then your cards are like, listen, knock it off. You're misusing your power. Like, go do something for the collective. Go do a reading for a friend. Go do something where you're using your power for good and not for this like stupid crap. And so it could be just something as simple as that coming through. But I have a feeling this person probably uses it for like financial gain or intellectual gain. Like having they're like being able to be smarter to somebody, like figuring out how to manipulate a situation into their best benefit in a magical type of way. So let's go ahead and check out the astrology cards to see what they have to say. See any more placements or signs or what else is coming out. Leo. So again, this person might have a lot of selfish qualities. And I'm not calling Leo selfish just because that's a Leo card, but because of all this other stuff I've already talked about. Leo is, they believe in themselves. What is it? I always forget the tagline. I will. This is, they are the lion, and you will hear them roar. And so they will get what they want. They will get what they want done. They will make that magic happen. And it's all about what they will do, because that's what they want to do. And it generally is a self-serving thing. So that's something to be mindful of. I just heard this person could have a first house stellium as well. They could have a third house stellium. They could have a Leo stellium. Have a lot of Leo, be a Leo sun. Okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of the oracle. See what other messages want to come out. But I feel like you're going to be able to deal with this person fine. And you might already, I feel like actually a lot of you probably already know them. And you guys are just coming closer together. Grace. This person likely really enjoys like just the little moments in life at the same time. Like they enjoy those. There's something very magical about them. They appreciate and understand magic. And there's when that those moments happen, there's like this, I felt like pulling another card. There's an innocence that comes out to them. There's this childlike glee that comes out. And that's why sometimes they misuse it, because it's like so much fun. I feel like they might manifest a lot, and it's like they just like to see what they can create with their mind. And it might not be necessarily in a way that they're really aware of, but that's what they're doing. All right, let's see what else is coming out. And you guys are going to be, I feel like it's very like very loving energy here. I don't feel them using that negative magician energy on you. I just feel like that was something that you're to be aware of their personality. Yeah, it's we have revelation come out. And if you've been dealing with this individual, this might be somebody that you don't really feel like likes you like that or like notices you like that, but they do, and they're going to come forward with it. Maybe you're already friends with them and you're thinking like, oh, I think they just like me as a friend, or like, I don't really think we're like vibing like that. Like they're going to come forward and it's going to surprise you. It's going to be a surprise, and it's going to be sudden. I'm getting a very Uranian energy from that imagery there. It's very sudden, surprising, shocking, and you're like, whoa, like I had no idea. Like maybe it's like, you get a message from them and they're like, listen, like I've always had these feelings about you, and you know what? You're what I want, because they're that Leo energy. It's like, I will have you. I will own you. That could be it. That could be something coming through. The other thing I'm getting here with the children imagery is this could be some sort of connection from your childhood. It could be a connection that you know this person for a long time. Maybe you have children together. Maybe you will have children together, or maybe this person wants to have children with you. And also with children, I always think of that Six of Cups energy, which is that soul connection energy. Maybe you have known each other in a past life. So if you feel that with this person, that could be coming through. So let's get another card here. There's something better. Okay, what is that about? That's interesting. And peaceful resolution. Okay, perfect. So what's interesting here is that I'm putting this there's something better next to that, what I was talking about, Uranian energy. There could be some conflict here again, because like I'm warning you about their shadow aspects, and that's coming through so much. I'm wondering why. And it's not necessarily that there's something better for you, which there could be. If that resonates with you, if you already know this person and you're like, okay, I know what she's talking about, and that this could be a potential next thing in my life. But there could be something better. So if you're feeling that, then go with it. But I feel like for the majority of you, because of how this imagery is flowing together, whatever shocking revelation comes through, I feel like for some reason the response that you want to have is not necessarily the best one in the best interest for this connection and for its development. And so there's a better way to go about communicating with this individual. And if there's some sort of revelation that's negative, right? Like, so let's say you already know this person, they come to you and they're like, listen, like this is what's going on and blah, blah, blah. And they're like, whoa, like what the hell? And blah, blah, blah. You get upset. There is a peaceful resolution. There's a better way to deal with whatever negative issue comes about with this Uranian energy. For some people, it's going to be totally positive, and it'll just be shocking, and it'll be confession of feelings, or confession of attraction, or whatever. But for other people, it could be some other types of confession and revelations that are not so great, but they are also shocking. And there's just a better way to deal with that. And even if it's positive, like if it's positive, and let's say you're the type of person that's like, thanks, like don't do that with this person. Like they're really like they're putting their ego on the line right now to come to you. Okay, so there's a better way to go about it. Like if you don't really know what to do, like if you don't know how to take all that information on at once, you can be like, okay, like I got the messages, or I understand what you're saying to me, and I just need a moment to like think and be able to come back to you with what I need to say. And like, just don't leave them on red. Don't like disappear. Don't like say something stupid. Unless that's what you want to do. But I feel like most of you will not want to do that. So just don't put your foot in your mouth type thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the angel oracles, and then we will get your advice. New love. So again, I'll just jump back into that potential option of you already kind of feeling like maybe there's something better. Like that's for those people that resonate with that, you're already going to be feeling that. And you're going to be like, there's something better and I just maybe need to let this person go. And maybe that revelation was what I needed to be able to walk past it. However, and then you get into this new love. But I do feel like for most of you, this is this is a new person that comes into your life, or this is a new stage in the love between you two. Maybe this is finally actually hearing I love you from this person, if that's that shock. Like maybe they're like, you know what, I love you, and you had no idea. Like you thought like you didn't matter at all to them, or whatever it is. So it's positive what's coming through on that. This is one of those reading that I kind of said like clean the slate. I think because some of it's positive and some of it's negative and it's going all over the place. So you're gonna have to see how it applies to and what's already going on with you, or keep it in your mind for when things start to happen. So let's take a look at what some advice is. Okay, so we have the Five of Pentacles, and I feel like that's letting you know mainly to like don't kick this person out unless that's what you're wanting to do. Again, it comes back to that. It comes back to this conversation that goes down where this person comes to you with their like true, what they're being honest with. And maybe it's just, maybe you don't believe them. Maybe you're like, it just doesn't seem right. Or you think it's just another game. It's just another ploy. Like don't kick them out, because I do believe that this is valid that's coming through. But I do feel like some of you are in situations where this revelation is too much and you're like, I'm done, and you are kicking him out. So it's kind of, if that's the case, honor that, because I don't know what you've gone through with them. Like I don't know the details and what they've done, but you don't have to do it in a way that makes them feel like, here's the thing. The connection that happened between you two, you both learned lessons, and you have to remember they're learning lessons too. And part of their lesson was to learn to be honest and to come forward with whatever this revelation is. And if you like kick them out, like if you know, I'm not saying like you have to accept it, but if you just give that like fuck off energy, basically, which is kind of the Five of Pentacles is being kicked out. It's like everybody in that inside of that church, ironically, is like, you guys can go fuck off. If you're not like don't do that to this person. You can just, it's simply like, you can peacefully say like, thank you for letting me know this information. You know, I don't feel like at this point anymore that we can continue on, and I really wish the best for you. Like that's fine. Like that's honest, but you don't need to be like, whatever, fuck off, after somebody throws everything out to you. And I know you might want to, and I know you probably think, if you're following along with that, you'll think that it's fake, you'll think it's a game, but it's not. And this was the universe trying to teach this person that they have to stand, you know, they have to be honest and open with that type of thing. And if you can be the bigger person and deal with it in a peaceful way, it's going to help their development later on. Do you owe them that? I don't know, but it will make you feel like a better person, and it'll make you feel good. So I would really suggest doing it, and that could bring some new love into your life. Like, you know what? That could be a test to see, will you rise above and do that for this person, and then you have this new incredible opportunity that comes in for you after. Okay, so you guys are going to definitely have to figure out how this is all resonating for you in your life. Go ahead. Let me know what you think. Let me know what's going on, what your placements are. If you're dealing with somebody, what their placements are, if anything's clicking up in the reading. And if you want to check out that song now, you can go to the description box. Or if you want to book a reading with me, you can do that now. Yeah, you guys. So thank you so much for taking a look at this. Welcome back for all the subscribers again. And welcome if you are new. I do appreciate all of you. If you're new, make sure you subscribe before you leave, okay? And leave me a comment before you leave. All right, guys. I'll see you next video. Hello, group 6. So this is your guys' reading. Thank you so much for joining me with this. So the way this reading is going to work, if you want to right now, pause this video and scroll down, take a look at the channeled song for you guys. I left the link there in the description box below. You can check out the song that comes along with this reading. I do channel that song after I finish doing your guys' cards, so I'm fully immersed in the energy. But obviously, since this video is uploaded and all that's done, you can just check that out now if you want, or you can wait till the end of the reading. So let's go ahead and dive into this for group 6 to see what is coming for you next in love. Now, remember, this is a general energy reading, and it might not resonate with all of it might not resonate with you, and that's totally fine. Just take the information that does. And if you are looking for something that is particularly for you and your energy, then you can book a reading with me, and you can find that information below. So we have the Ace of Cups. So that's super positive coming out. Um, this is new love. This is a new experience. This is new. It's new. It's a new beginning. It could be a new beginning with somebody that you already know in your past, or it could be somebody brand new. So we are going to dive into that and find out. Let me go ahead and get another card. But very positive card for any type of relationship. This is one of my favorite cards to see in any type of love reading, is the Ace of Cups. And the thing with that is that it's divinely given. It's divinely placed energy. And this damn Seven of Swords came out. This is the third reading the Seven of Swords comes out. So there's like this, I feel like there's a lot of new love in these readings. And because of past experiences, people want to be kind of deceptive, and people are kind of self-sabotaging. And because of that, like, it's something to keep in mind. So I'm not gonna like say that this is showing that your new love is somebody that's very deceptive or sabotaging, or, you know, is there's something hidden about them. But I feel like it could be coming through for you or for them. There's something below the surface. Sometimes this, you know, Seven of Swords to me, especially with this imagery, could just be something below the surface that you're not really aware of about this person. Something below the surface about how you meet this person, or you know, something about them. So let's keep going with some tarot. See if we can wrap that portion up. All right, perfect. So now we got a signifier. We have the Son of Wands. So this might be that you're dealing with, or that you're meeting, a fire sign. So this could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or have heavy fire in their chart. You know, we have cups, so we have swords here. So that could be water sign. That could be an air sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Gemini, and Libra, Aquarius, or have heavy placements in their charts as well. So we're getting most of the energy so far with tarot for astrology. But they definitely might have heavy fire for sure, with that being the Court card. And the Son of Wands is the Knight of Wands, and I do let everybody know that is my pick for the number one fuckboy card of the deck. This is somebody that is really fun. They're very exciting. They want to have fun. There's a lot of sexual energy. They want to go do stuff. You know, we have the snake there. There's a lot of sexual energy with this person. A lot of attraction. They're probably very physically attractive. However, they're immature, and they do tend to use their sexual prowess in order to trick people into things. They are the type that would use that energy in order to make you think that they have very strong feelings for you, when in fact they're just trying to get the physical aspect of the relationship. Or maybe just, you know, sometimes it's not even that. Sometimes it's like, I like this person, I want to spend time with them, but I don't really want commitment or anything like that, but I still want to be around them, and I want to be around their energy. So sometimes that's how the Knight of Wands comes through. The Knight of Wands just unfortunately doesn't always have the drive to, you know, mature up into the King or the Queen of Wands, where they're committed, and it's a very like flighty energy. It's very fiery, passionate, explosive. So it's fun. You know, if this is going to be a short term, that's the thing. Like, I think, you know, not everybody listening, but I think a lot of people listening, they're like, I want to know when I'm going to find the one. Like, I'm tired of this. But you have to realize that there's sometimes you have these experiences in these short term relationships for a reason. So if that's the case, you know, then it's not like, okay, well, forget it. If that's just going to be some short fling, I don't want to deal with it. Unless that's what the advice comes out as. But so far, I don't really get that vibe. I get more of a, this might be teaching you to enjoy things as they happen, instead of wondering what the future will be and wondering if this person's going to last forever. And again, it's not to say that this person individual is not evolving and could not evolve into that. But when you guys meet, they're not coming with that energy. They're not coming with like, I'm ready to commit. They're coming with, I want to have fun. Let's go out. Let's enjoy each other. You know, let's enjoy this experience. So let's go ahead and take a look. We're going to take a look at the archetype deck now and see what energy is coming out for this person's archetype, like what they are about. So we have Goddess, but it's coming out in reverse, so it's going to be in its shadow. So when it's upright, this is going to be somebody that the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality, but in its lower energy is exploration of the female of natural form. Yeah, what did I talk about, that fuckboy energy and just wanting the physical contact? This person, when you meet them, they definitely have a strong physical attraction to you, but unfortunately, like I was saying, at least for now, there's somebody that really is about that. They want to be around you because they like looking at you and they want to do other stuff with you, but they're not ready to commit. So that's something that you have to know about this person. They are something that's really, they're big on that stuff. They're big on the physical attraction. They're big on the excitement. They are kind of a playboy. I can't throw that. I mean, you got 2 cards indicating it now. We got actually 3 cards with the 7 of Swords. They're a playboy. I'm not gonna say kind of. They're a playboy, playgirl, whatever. They're a player. They have a lot of options, and they're not ready to commit. So if you're not ready to commit, then this is cool for you. Enjoy it, and that's what this lesson might be. This lesson might be like, enjoy yourself with this person. You two might vibe really, really well is what I'm getting, and you guys can have a lot of fun together, but you have to just learn, like, maybe part of what you're doing is learning that you don't have to have everything last forever, and you can enjoy experiences for what they are. So let's go on, and let me tell you, I know that sounds like great and all, and if you're thinking I'm somebody that can embody that energy, then you would be wrong, because I am a Taurus, and I want to know things are lasting forever, but I do understand the value in understanding that, and especially if you have a lot of Earth or anything, this could really be a lesson for you to learning that sometimes you have to just enjoy things for what they are and not what they might become. Okay, so let's see. I felt like I just attacked the fuck out of myself with that statement. Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. Sorry for the cussing. You'll be okay. Okay, so we have the water element coming out, and that is sensing. Okay, so they also, again, this definitely could be a water sign, or you might be a water sign or have heavy water in the chart. I feel like you have a sense of this person already, like either may know them, or whenever you meet them, you will definitely have the sense of, aha, that's who it is. And I feel like this is also letting you know to use your senses, like use your intuition with this person and understand. But the other thing with the water element coming out, it reminds you again to flow. There's so much, we have the water with the cups. We have sorry for that. We have the water back here, and then we have the water here. This is telling you need to flow. Let this situation flow. Let what happens. Again, I am not telling you that this person can evolve out of some of these negative traits. They always can, but it's just you don't have control over it. You can't control them. All you can control is you, and there's some aspects of you that you can't even control. So you got to let things flow with this. Surrender. Yeah, just coming out again. Flow. Let things happen as they will. Surrender to the will of what things will be and enjoy things. Just enjoy. Like, she's just enjoying looking at the butterflies. Butterflies don't live very long. It's not around very long, but they're very beautiful for when they're there. So just enjoy it for what it is. The in-between. I was going to say, I feel like this person might actually be like an in-between for you. There's somebody that comes in between the situation that you're looking for. They're like, and that's not like, they're not like a space keeper or something like that, or just to keep you occupied, but it's just to show you a different side. It's just to give you a different experience to relationships in life, and to show you maybe some qualities that you didn't realize that you really admire or want in other people. Maybe you'll find that within them, or qualities that you don't want. But whatever it is it's something that's it's not necessarily okay. I don't think it's long term, I'll be honest. It might be for some, but I feel like for most it's not. But it's a chance to have some fun, to take a breather, and to enjoy somebody else. Like, that's what I just keep getting over and over. There's something better. Yeah. Like, you're going to have this experience and you should enjoy it, but there is something better that's coming along the way. So keep that in mind. All right, let's take a look at the romance angel oracles. Your guys' reading is a lot shorter than the other ones. It's very straightforward. Like, you got this new love coming in. They're going to be kind of shifty, but they're going to be fun, and you're going to probably, I feel like, be okay with being in this energy with this individual. Like, it's like you just needed to know, like, where you stood. And I feel like, yeah, they're not going to necessarily let you know where you stand, but if you watch this and you're listening to your intuition, which is already telling you this, then you're going to be able to know. This true love coming out to me, it's coming out because of these other cards letting you know that there's something better, and that what is coming to you in the future is the true love. But I do feel like you have to have this experience first. We have maybe it's that, and I'm not being like, hey, fuck their friend, but maybe it's that this person that you meet, you end up actually connecting with their friend more, like, something like that. Or you guys go out somewhere and you link up with somebody while you're out, and that ends up being the person. Like, somehow through this person, you link up with something that is a true love, that's a soul connection, that is something that's sustainable. This is just not this person's not in the energy to be like that yet. They have too many options and they're still having fun. So maybe it is like one of their friends is like, they see you, they're like, damn, you know, there's another one and he's not going to really do anything with it, but I really like her, you know, that type of thing. Or I really like him or them. So let's go ahead. We'll get some advice. See what they say. I feel like it's just about flowing and letting things happen as they're going to happen and knowing that not everything has to last forever, and that's fine. Yeah, have strength. I feel like the strength is letting you know to have strength to deal with this type of situation. It might be unpleasant at some points, especially if you end up, you know, maybe this lasts a little bit longer than it looks and you end up developing some serious feelings and you get hurt because that part of them starts to show that, like, you know, messing around energy and not being serious with the relationship and however that plays out. And so to have strength in that situation. But I also feel like this is telling you to enjoy, like, it's the strength card comes with a lot of sexual energy. And with this one in particular, because he has a rose in his mouth, I feel like there's like this romantic enjoyment energy coming from it with the sun behind there and everything. So it's like, just enjoy this, enjoy the sensual experience. Not everything has to last forever. And you can enjoy this for what it is right now. Okay, so if you guys now want to, if you didn't already, check out your channeled song down in the description box below. You can go ahead and do that. I left the link there for you. And thank you again so much for checking out this video. Let me know in the comments what's going on, what your placements are, what your person's placements are that you might be thinking of watching this, or how you think this might play out for you. If you know, if you don't already know how this is playing out for you. I like to hear back from you guys and hear the feedback and know what you guys are doing in your own life. Yeah, I think that is it. So I will see you next video. And again, remember that this is a general reading. If you want to book a reading about your energy, you can do so at my website, and you can find that in the description box below. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you next video. Hi, grade 7. So the final group, thank you so much for checking out this video. So if the way this reading is going to work is that I did channel a song, but I channeled the song after I pull all the cards, which I obviously have not done yet because I do pull them live. So but since the video is uploaded, I need to figure out a better way to word this next time. Anyway, since the video is already uploaded, if you want to jump ahead and listen to the song beforehand to help add that into the reading, yourself, then go down and scroll to the description box and check out the song for group 7. You can listen to that now and then come back and finish the reading, or you can do that at the end if you want. So we're going to go ahead and jump on in. And as always, a reminder, this is a general energy reading. It may not resonate with you. So if you are looking for something that's about your energy only, then go ahead and check out the description box for my website details and how to book with me, because I do personal readings. All right, so we have the Knight of Cups coming out. All right, so I like cups. I just don't like the Knight of Cups a lot. I'm like, some people, I see a lot of readers not really read it as negative as I do. I don't necessarily read it as negative, but like, I just don't let people get their hopes up when they see this one come out. Now, the very positive thing is I do see the Knight, even though it's not a page, I see the Knight of Cups as really a messenger of wanting to give an offer of love. However, the Knight is a immature energy compared to the Queen and the King. And the other thing with the Knight of Cups is while I call the Knight of Wands the fuckboy card, the fuckboy energy, I call the Knight of Cups the emotional fuckboy, because this is the Prince Charming that comes in with all the promises and the hopes and the dreams and the emotions and the love, but they like don't follow through. Because why? Because they're immature energy. So they might even want to be like that, really. But sometimes they have a lot of options. Sometimes they just don't want to commit. And so it can be a Prince Charming energy that does not last, because again, it's not the King, it's not stable, it's not committed, it's still maturing, it's still growing and learning. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what else is coming out, because it all depends on the cards that come out. But I do like to give that heads up that you, with the Court card being the first one, this could be somebody that you're encountering or somebody that you're already working with. This could be a water sign, a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So let's see, what is this Knight gonna do? Like, are they gonna... The Father of Swords. Okay, so that's positive. We're getting some more mature energy, but a combination of the Knight of Cups and the Father of Swords can make somebody be a really crappy person, because they can give you that Prince Charming energy that they might not necessarily be able to sustain, and they also can do that as a mental game, as a mind game, and they're very mentally equipped. This person's very intelligent, they're very smart, and they're very developed in their mental acuity, but it's the emotional part that still needs to develop further. So they definitely have a lot of potential, this person, but we're going to go ahead and see how that's going to play out for you. How is this going to be playing out? Like, how are they going to be treating with this energy? Because they could treat you really well, or they could just use, just manipulate you. This can be the kind of energy of somebody that's emotionally manipulative. So let's see. Okay, gosh, you guys are really, so I think the reason why I'm not really getting a clear answer, which I'm going to tell you, I'm not getting a clear answer. I'm getting like split. So some of you are going to be dealing with somebody that maybe doesn't have the best intentions with what they're doing. And that's just how they are. It's not necessarily you. It's not like they have something against you, or they think you're stupid, or they can like play some game on you. One second, guys. Sorry, I'm going to lower this just a little, because we're going to need more of that for the next cards. They just, so the Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. So a lot of you guys, this is somebody like that is embodying the very positive traits of both of these cards. You're definitely getting your wish with this person. However, I am going to be letting know people the warning that like that wish fulfillment can be sometimes wishful thinking, and that card did come out sideways. So I kind of am taking it as that. Like, this person, you could think that this person is exactly what you want, and they could be portraying themselves, but they're actually manipulating you. So that's going to be split. You're going to have to seriously use your intuition here. And I know that's really tough, because it's, you're probably hearing one of the sides is obviously what you're wanting to hear, and the other is not. And so you're going to have to listen and really decide what messages are for you and what direction this is taking. And then also looking at what their actions. Nothing can tell you more about what somebody's about than their actions. Okay. Like you can I can tell you all they think and feel, and they can think and feel those things, and they can actually come back to me and tell me the same thing. I've had that happen, by the way. But that doesn't mean they're ever going to show it to you. It takes the momentum and the drive to actually do it. You can even look at people's intentions, but that does not mean it's what they will do. And so that's where the free will comes in. So let's go ahead and take a look at this person's archetype now. What energy they're carrying. The Alchemist, this is the second time this card's coming out, and it's coming out and it's upright. So this person, the Alchemist is transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. And this is like the magician energy. There's somebody that they might practice alchemy. They might be into spiritualism, or they might be into philosophy. They probably are with that Father of Swords. They dive into the depths of things. And they are somebody that is able to take circumstances and manipulate them into their benefit. And that's not in a negative way, but that's in an alchemy way. They're not doing it. They're not doing it in a destructive way, or to get things that they want that they shouldn't be getting, or anything like that. To me, this is a very positive way. So I do think there's something that's spiritual. They're very intellectual. They probably like to read a lot. They're probably into philosophy, other things of that nature. So let me go ahead and pull a card regarding or regarding whatever astrology card wants to fly out of the deck, which it just did. And I think that's the 9th house. Yep, it is. So yeah, this person, oh no, it's a 12th house. Ooh, okay. Yeah, well, that's still going to apply. This person is definitely, I feel, somebody that has some, like, I don't know, like, they're into spirit, like, they have some grasp of the unknown. Like, they're able to go into the unknown to a degree. However, this 12th house, I will tell you, anytime the 12th house or Neptune, that type of energy comes out, things are not what they appear. Like, if you look, you'll see this path. That lighted path gets blocked by that like shell, and it's like you can't see what's beyond there. Like, you can't see what's past there. So it's like you can't see this person for who they are really. They appear to be a wish fulfillment, but there is that moon up there. There's something that's not. Everything is not what they seem with this person. That doesn't mean it's negative. It just means that they might be somebody that has I just heard they might have a 12th house sun. They might have some 12th house planet overload, but especially 12th house sun. They hide themselves through layers and layers of things that you have to kind of dig through. So I think they're going to come off as somebody that's very like Prince Charming-y or Princess Charming, and very like loving and wanting to offer love, but there's this other side of them that's very different. And I know that sounds very negative, but I really don't feel like it's negative. It's just like they are very loving, yes, and they have that part of them, but there's there's just another side to them, that there's a lot of sides to them, and it's like layers on layers on layers of digging through to kind of get to it. Okay. And it's interesting that it's a seven, the seventh choice, and seven is a kind of a difficult energy, and I kind of get a difficult energy from this person. It's just it's not, everything is not up front, and it's like you have to dig through it for them to understand what's going on. So let's go ahead and get some more oracles, see what else is coming out here. Truth. Look at that. We got the eye. So many little spiritual themes going on here. This person is either going through an awakening or is already spiritual themselves. Wise leadership. Yeah. This person could be into witchcraft or something along those lines. But what I get here is that this person is definitely, like, they have a leader role, and I get that even just with that King of Swords there, the Father of Swords. But I feel like there's something very intellectual about them. They might have like a leadership role in their job, or like be like a teacher or something like that. Like they teach somehow. Maybe they have some sort of, they're like really well respected. That's what I'm looking for. Like they're very well respected in their community and among their peers. But there's somebody that seeks the truth and what's really beyond the veil. That eye, that kind of symbolizes to me the all-seeing eye. And then you have the mirrored images, and then this background, it's like this duality. They seek the truth through the duality. That's what it is. Seeking the truth through the duality. Okay, let's go ahead. So this person's like deep. Like this is, I definitely think that whatever, they might have a 12th house sun, a 12th house Jupiter. There's some sort of protection on this individual in regards to tapping into their energy. So it might be physically brought on, maybe they are into witchcraft or know somebody and they've put some protection on them, or they might just have it naturally like it's in their natal chart. Success. So I feel like this is I feel like success is because they are successful. They're a successful person, whatever they're doing. But they also, this is success in the relationship. And I know I haven't talked much about like, you guys together, because it's just all been kind of about this person and trying to dig at them. But there's like, you learn from this person. There is this wish fulfillment. However, it's not exactly what you thought it was. You're not getting your wishes completely fulfilled, because it's like your wishes weren't, like, you just can't, you don't know what you're going to expect. This is like a surprise. It's not a surprise, but it's like, I keep hearing it's like, it's about the journey and not the destination. So it's like your destination is wanting this certain type of relationship, but you're needing to understand that it's not about reaching that type of relationship. It's about the journey of getting there and what you experience and learn. And that comes through with that night energy. The knight's on a journey, He's going somewhere. He's trying to go offer this cup of love to who he's reaching. So there's something about, maybe you guys are going to travel together. There's something like that. There's like, and so since I thought that was a ninth house card, I'll bring in the ninth house stuff, the spirituality, religion, higher learning, education, and travel. So they might be involved in any of those things, or you might be doing those things together, or you might meet that way. Love yourself first is coming through with the romance angels cards. So to me, this shows that I'm getting the weird feeling, and that's what I really actually thought right away. I don't feel like you know this person yet. You might, but I feel like the majority of you don't, and it's actually going to take some time till you meet them. Now, all the rest of the ones I did feel like we're going to either be meeting them soon or already knew them. But this one I feel like could take some time. And that's because you right now are going through your own process of learning to love yourself and to value yourself and to set boundaries and everything, because you will definitely need that with this individual. So when you have set yourself up in a proper place to be able to take on this person's energy is when they come through to you, and you are likely manifesting them. And this is a successful relationship. I'm not getting the vibe that this is like something that could be potentially like a future marriage or anything like that, but it is something very successful, and it's again teaching you to enjoy the journey to what it is that you are wanting. So, I mean, for some people, I definitely think this could be success, like this could be it. But I feel like for the most of you, this is a partner along the way. And it's teaching you somehow. Like this person, I feel like helps, like teaches you something. They really teach you how to do something. It might be to do with your job. You know, that's what I'm getting. It might be to do with your job. Okay, let's go ahead and get some advice from tarot now. Daughter of Pentacles, yeah. Daughter of Pentacles is a student energy. So one, this is telling you just to learn from this experience, to enjoy it. The Daughter of Pentacles is very funny and witty, and she's willing to learn. So that's all about, you know, being willing to learn from this other person and willing to enjoy them, and just seeing how things go with them. And knowing that, you know, in the meantime, before you meet this individual, that you are just on this process of self-discovery to learn your love and learn yourself. Um, that sounds kind of weird way to put it, but that's kind of like what you're doing right now. And you just need to like focus in on that. Especially if you start to like get antsy about it, like you're like, I want to meet somebody, like I want to have a person, I want to have somebody to talk to and like share these feelings with and things like that. You need to like learn about yourself first and learn how to take care of yourself. So here's the thing: if you don't already know like your natal chart stuff or anything about signs other than your sun sign, go and look up your natal chart on astro.com and start teaching yourself how to read that thing. Okay. Now I've been studying astrology hardcore for a year now, and I still have years to go. If you start studying astrology, you will have plenty to do other than worry about this person coming into your life. I'm just getting the strong energy that you need to focus and study and learn about yourself. And maybe, you know, I'm recording this right around school time in fall. And so maybe you're going back to school and it's telling you to focus on school, but it's definitely about learning and learning about focus. And yeah, that's going to be it. So let me know what you think, guys. Now, if you haven't already checked out that video for the song, you can go ahead and scroll down and get your song now. And thank you so much for checking out the video. If you did like the video, please leave a like, please leave a comment, let me know what's going on. Let me know placements, your placements. Again, the placements I talk about can be actually be a reflection on you as well when I'm reading two people's energies. And if you are a new subscriber and you like the video, if you are a new viewer and you like the video, please make sure you do subscribe so you can check out what I release next, and check out the other videos I have on there. I put some links in the description box, so make sure you just check those out as well. And I think that's going to be it. So I will see you guys next time, and I hope you have a great day.